What's up, everybody? I am back. How are you doing out there? I am so happy to see those of you who are coming in right now. What's up, everybody? It's a homework night. It's homework night. I'm calling for the homework crew. Tag somebody, share this with somebody who should be doing homework and who has been slacking off. I feel something tonight. I feel in my spirit that people have been slacking off. So I had to come on here. I've been getting some messages in my inbox to let me know that there are some who are celebrating graduations, but we have some others who are saying, hey, TK, I've slid off. I've slid off course. I need help getting back on task. I need help getting back on track. And I need you to share this with somebody. Let them know that we are here and that we're getting ready to talk about the reason why we have to stay focused. We have to be committed to the commitment, and we must stay focused and in tune to the call, right? So I'm excited to share tonight. I'm going to do this very quickly as we normally do when we're talking about homework. So, hey, I just want to say this. Get in here, and let's talk about getting this homework done. There are some people who are actually experiencing senioritis right now. That means that they are very close to the finish line. And sometimes when you're close to the finish line, guess what? You just start slacking off. That's just the bottom line. You start slacking off and you start seeing the end in sight. And when you see the end in sight, it takes a lot to get yourself motivated, and it takes a lot to keep going. So I'm here tonight and I'm just so excited. Ariel, thank you so much for jumping in here with me. You are also my beautiful friend, and I absolutely adore you. And thank you so much for always supporting everything that TK does on the Working the Dash platform. So we're just going to talk briefly tonight, get somebody else in here so that we can talk about the measure of greatness. I want to just share with you that growth requires that you lean into discomfort and uncomfortability. This is a season that we have to be comfortable being very uncomfortable. And if the pandemic has taught us absolutely nothing, it has taught us that we must certainly be on task. We have to keep moving in the midst of the things that seem to invade our levels of greatness. We all have greatness piped inside of us, but sometimes there are things that infiltrate that level of greatness, and that's why we have to create these boundaries and parameters, and we have to be so convinced that the task and the path that we are on is a path that leads to greatness. So why am I saying this to the homework crew? I'm saying this to the homework crew. Yes, thank you so much. Dr. Walcott is on here with me, and she's a brilliant mind, very intelligent. She has helped me through this process of this doctoral path that we're on together. And let me tell you, the greatness that lies inside of us causes levels of pain and causes levels of discomfort. And if we do not embrace those levels of discomfort, we will not get to the end goal. Because guess what? I don't have high tolerance for pain. So because I don't have high tolerance for pain, I don't care what type of pain it is. I'm going to whine. I'm going to be very uncomfortable. I'm not going to be happy. I'm going to try to treat it, but I'm going to coddle that pain because I don't have tolerance for pain. So because I don't have tolerance for pain and I don't like the way medication makes me feel, guess what? Guess what happens? I start leaning into what's uncomfortable, and then I create a level of comfortability there. I stay there. I waddle there. But what we have to do is we have to get ourselves up, because we have to understand that greatness is a result of growth. Growth is a result of pain. And so if we are to maximize where we are in this thing we call academic excellence, if we are to maximize there, this homework crew, listen, all of us need to be making passing grades. All of us need to be out here. That's why I need somebody who knows somebody else that's in this fight, in this journey that we call academic excellence, this journey, this academic path that we're on. It's an unending journey. It's not going to end. So some of us are lifelong students, TK, and I'm okay with that. But we need you to tag somebody, share this video with somebody, get them in here so that we can know. Listen, we're all in this together, but we're at points now where the work is going to increasingly get harder. When we first started in our programs, we first started on this path, we were just so excited. Oh my God, I'm making A's. I got a 4.0 GPA. Oh my God. And as things get a little bit more difficult, instead of us leaning into the difficult pieces of that, we tend to retreat. I want to encourage you tonight that we cannot retreat. We cannot retreat. We must stay grounded there, and we must lean into the area of discomfort, because discomfort causes us to grow. It's the absolute only way that we can show up as our authentic self. And let me just tell you something. Can I tell you, I've learned over time, I've even learned through courses, learned through just a series of going through this process of academia, that growth is packaged in pain. And let me tell you, it threatens our zone of comfort when we start growing, as we go through these classes. And, I'm in all advanced classes now. Everything now is advanced research, advanced design, everything is advanced. And guess what? When I first hit that level of advanced study, it was my idea to get out. I said, oh no, I can't do this. I took my lifeboat off that, what I felt was a Titanic. I got me a lifeboat. I dropped it down. I said, I'm getting out of here. I jumped off that ship, and I tried to jump off that ship. I jumped off that ship, and I got myself in a lifeboat with a paddle, and I was paddling down the river saying, oh no, I can't do this. And I had somebody to wrangle me back in. I had Dr. Walcott just said, nope, you can't leave now because it's hard. We have to go through the process. It is through the process that we have learned to walk through pain. Thank you so much, Sancha. We've gone through this process. And so growth requires us to go through this level of uncomfortability. So I want to encourage you, because I know some people have already told me, look, I haven't been doing my research papers. I'm behind 3 weeks because it's just so hard. It's going to be hard. It's easy to do the thing that's easy. Okay. It was easy to do COM 101. It's a whole nother thing to be in advanced research design, which is 2 or 3 classes away from all but dissertation, right? There are levels to this thing here. So if we want to expand, if we want to see ourselves grow past where we are right now, we have to be willing to lean into the threatening effects of growth, right? Anything we do, it doesn't necessarily have to be homework. It doesn't have to just be that. I just happen to be talking to people who are in this homework journey, and the Lord impressed upon my heart to encourage us all, because listen, I would not be here talking to you, because I would be a hypocrite if I were, because just a year or so ago, I was failing. And I have to just be very transparent when I say that. I was failing, and somebody had enough in them to pull me back up out of that rut and say, listen, you have enough in you to keep moving. You can't abandon the promise just because you're inside of the process. The promise is the goal of graduation. That's why I got here, right? I did not just get into the program with an intent that at some point I'm going to jump off this ship and I'm not going to return. I got in because the goal was graduation. So I couldn't forfeit the promise because of the process. And so I got to tell you right here, it's the process that we have to go through. And it is painful because growth is that. You will not have green grass. You will not have anything that is being cultivated without a little fertilizer. So, like I always tell you, you're going to have to get a little bit of stank thrown on you sometime. You know, it's not easy. This is not easy. Sean out there, it's not easy. This is not easy. It's easy to do the easy thing. But may I tell you that as we lean into the areas of discomfort, as we lean into the sphere of growth, and we allow ourselves to embrace that we are, we're maximizing in some capacities. Listen, I don't care how large your cup is. Once it has hit capacity, the only thing that can be done with the excess is that it causes a spill. It causes an overflow. Once you've reached that capacity, there's nowhere else for you to go except to grow. So if there's nowhere else to go except grow, Be comfortable being repotted and replanted somewhere else so that you can get the benefits of growth. Okay? So going through this process of discussion questions, I tell y'all all the time, you're gonna have to lean in on sometimes. You're just gonna have to lean on your neighbors over there, right? You're gonna have to lean on your classmates, on your colleagues. I have to lean in on Cynthia, and I have to say, listen, let me go read what she said. Okay, let me go read what she said. And I'm going to put my own interpretation to that because I may not understand it fully. Listen, the reason why I kept wanting to jump ship was because I felt like I could not grasp the information in totality. But I kept working at it. Let me tell you the secret sauce to all of this. Everybody wants to know the secret. Oh, TK, what is the secret to success? What is the secret to getting past the growth? What do we have to do in the growth process? What do we have to do? Let me tell you, the absolute only thing you can do is be persistent and consistent. Growth doesn't mean that it's going to be perfect. There is no perfection, okay? There is no perfection. There is no perfection. And I used to beat myself up because I felt like if it was not perfect, then it's not meant to be. But the P word that we need to exchange with perfect is persistent. We have to remain persistent in this cycle that we call life. We have to remain persistent. And the only way that we're going to reap the benefits of growth is that we are persistent and consistent. That is no secret sauce. That's it. That you have to be consistent. You've got to be committed to the commitment, and you've got to be persistent. You have to have the tenacity in and of yourself to say, listen, whether I make an A, B, I don't even want to say anything lower than that because in these master's programs and higher, these postdoctoral degrees, you almost really cannot make a C. Can I get a witness out there? You can't even make a C these days. They're telling you cannot even make a C. So whether I get a B, I'm going to fight for what I have because let me tell you something. We don't start out with A's. Let me tell y'all, we don't start out with A's. Everybody says, oh, you started out with a clean slate. Everybody has 100 points. When I looked at my grade book one time, this is what the Holy Ghost showed me. I looked at my grade book because I've been under that notion that we all start with A's and the teacher didn't give me an A. Okay, that's what I was, always under that impression. Like, why didn't she give me an A? Listen, we don't start out with A's. Can I tell you what we start out with? We start out with a flat 0. We start out with an F. The grade book says 0/100. What does that tell me? That means I have 0 points. I have to earn the points out of 100. That's going to give me an average overall. So you don't have an A. May I just tell you, don't be discouraged. You already got an F. So why can't we work for the A? Okay, you already failing. when you started, you were already failing. Oh God, I'm just so tickled, Lord. When you started, you already failed. You have to put forth the effort to create the grade. Okay? So what am I telling you? We've got to work. You've got to cultivate to make that A. You got to dig up some ground. You got to go do some research. You have to write some papers. You have to get some discussion questions up on that board. It's not the professor's fault that you didn't turn in any homework. I tell you this all the time. Stop emailing your professors. I want us to stop emailing professors, telling them all the things we cannot do because we just chose not to do them. Stop making the excuse and let's make the effort, okay? I'm going to, I hope that was some inspiration for you all out here. And I just want, listen, I'm so proud of Jeremy Ross. Listen, he is graduating or has graduated. Very proud of him. He's been with us in this homework crew. So let's give it up for Jeremy Ross. Thank you so much, Santia. You've been walking through this. And Karen, I see you out there. Oh my goodness, Cora Dimmer, I see you, my sister. Oh my goodness, First Lady Dimmer and Dr. Sean Cook. We're going to give it up for him as well. He just graduated as well with his doctorate. I'm so happy to celebrate those of you who've been hanging out with me in this space. And listen, those of you who are also on another platform, I have YouTube going as well as the Working the Dash platform. Those of you who are out there on those platforms, I celebrate you. And tonight, I just want to encourage you. Let's just get it done. Can you just type in the chat? Let's get it done. I'm going to get it done regardless. Listen, whatever the cost is, you've paid to go to school. I work in financial aid. That is another topic in and of itself. You have paid to go to school. We don't pay to fail. It is not a good witness to say you are a child of the king and that you're a part of the kingdom and you're failing. It's not a good look. We pass, right? We pass. We've got to do this. I'm happy to share my failures. I'm happy to share my successes. Listen, I'm excited when I can play the low reels of life like I can play the high ones. I wasn't as academically sound as I felt like I should have been when I even entered into a doctorate program. But I'm there. And with the help of the Lord and with the help of my colleagues, thank you, Jesus. I found me some friends, y'all. I found me some people who I could study with, who I can bug in the middle of the day, in the middle of the night and say, listen, I need help. Can you send me how this is supposed to be structured? What are you doing? And the Lord has sent me people who didn't mind sharing. You know, it's hard out here. We're doing a lot. We've got ministry. We have families. I'm talking to the church people because, listen, it's those of us in ministry who actually get so busy doing things that are so unproductive. Oh, hear me well. Hear me in the spirit when I tell y'all. We do things that are so unproductive. They are so counterproductive to where we're trying to go in life. They're counterproductive to destiny. I know that's hard to hear, Dr. Hall. That's hard to hear, right? That is so hard to hear. It's hard to hear that we have gotten back to the busy that renders us counterproductive. And when we get to the busy that renders us counterproductive, it causes everything around us to fail. So those of us who are in school, guess what? As we're failing in other areas of our lives because we've become so busy that it's become counterproductive to our lives, guess what? Everything under that umbrella of counterproductivity fails as well. And we're out here teaching and preaching the gospel. That's why I keep telling y'all, we can't shout and fail. It don't match. You can do one or the other. You can't do both. Dr. Hall, tell the people you can't do both. You can shout or you can fail, but you can't do both of them. They say out here in these streets, you can't do both of them. You can't. They don't match. It's a mixed match. Like the socks I got on right now. It don't match. Choose ye this day. That's right. What ye shall do. Shalt thou shout or shalt thou fail? Because you can't do both. Now, that's TK 1-in-1. Okay? So let's make a choice to be great. Let's make a choice to be a witness, even in Blackboard. Right? Let's stop making excuses. Let's be a help and not a hindrance. Okay? Listen, whatever you have to do, talk to your professor. I talks to my professor. I got Sanchia on here. She know I talk to all of my professors. I talk to them. I built a relationship with them, okay? I talk to them because I need them to understand who I am. And I need them to know, listen, I need you. I know you might feel like this is going to be easy for you, but I need you. So I talk to my professors. I tell them hello. I respond to everything they tell me to do. I don't miss a moment communicating with my professors. I don't miss that opportunity. But at the same time, I don't create excuses either. So listen, yes, I am the email queen. See, I tell you, listen, Miss Maynard always says that behavior never lies. Behavior never lies. Your action is always gonna follow. That behavior is gonna be right there. I will email my professors in a heartbeat. I want them to know who I am, what I'm trying to do, and where I need them. So listen, come on, homework crew. Let's make it happen. I'm a little down this week. I'm down for the count. I have not submitted my discussion questions. Let me just be honest here in this space so we can all be accountable. I have not yet submitted my discussion question. I have read it though. It is a long one. It is a long one because we also have a paper due this week. So I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm right here. I'm here with you. I have not laid my hand on that discussion question yet. It is, these discussion questions now are like, seriously, they take up like seriously a page and a half just to answer them. And I'm not even exaggerating when I say that, but we've got to get it done. So let's get it done. I have a paper due, got some things going on in ministry, but we're going to prioritize. We are not going to be counterproductive. We will not put a busy that's so busy that renders us helpless in the areas that we should be prioritized in. Okay, so let's get out here. Let's get it done. Thank you, homework crew, for joining me tonight. I'm so happy to have seen each and every one of you. Listen, I want you to do me a quick favor. I want you to follow me on workingthedash.com. Workingthedash.com. There are some wonderful things getting ready to come down the pipeline for Working the Dash, and I want you to be a part of it. So if you have not submitted to follow me, if you have not subscribed there, please go to workingthedash.com. Follow me there. I want to see you. I want to make sure that you are there with me. I want to make sure that you are, there helping me out and making sure that we are, in this thing together. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I want to make sure that you're on workingthedash.com. If you go there tonight, there is a free ebook there for you. There's a free ebook that's there. And I want you all to be maximized in this space. So go there. There's a free ebook under Better Mind, Better Life. There's a free ebook there. So go to workingthedash.com. Go follow me there. And I love to see you, love to hear from you. Thank you so much for joining. It's been a wonderful, wonderful night. Take care. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.